We are live. Good evening, everyone. Another edition of Sophisticated Immaturity. I'm your host, Kenneth, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, Asha.
Howdy.
Hey, we are going to do what we do every day that we go on live is look at these viral videos and give our personal opinions. And hopefully we can stimulate some discussion with the topics that are discussed in the videos. And hey, I put the link if you want to join us. You can join us and talk about what we hear and what we see. All right, we're going to start with the first video. Can you hear it?
Nope.
That you bamboozled a bunch of men?
Hell yeah.
Okay, fair. So we're in agreement, right? You know why men in their 20s can't bamboozle women? We don't got no money.
Period.
So you spend all of our 20s getting bamboozled, a beautiful woman like you, who we may have thought like that could be my wife, and you bamboozled us in our 20s. Now a nigga got money now.
Time to do the bamboo.
It's time to do the bamboozling. And what happens is when a woman is now in her position, late 20s, early 30s, she's like, I'm ready to be someone's wife.
Yeah.
Well, now you finna get bamboozled. And I'm not saying it's okay, but what I'm saying is that you had your time to bamboozle. A man can't bamboozle until he got the resources to do some bamboozling. Show me a black man in their early 20s who don't come from a prominent family who got resources to bamboozle. Finally, when they make some money, I'm finally a VP of my job. I'm 30. Yeah. Wait a minute. I can do all the things that I watched that woman do with that other guy that I like. So now I'm going to do that to these women. And I feel like women get upset when a man does it. But then they'll openly say, like you just said in your 20s, I was bamboozling niggas. You said in your 20s, you was having fun.
Okay, that's it. So start off hot and spicy. So that's a different we talked about this slightly earlier about how the guy without swag in high school or the guy that didn't get the ladies' attention growing up, he take that time and not getting attention to focus on elevating himself, getting the resources required to do bamboozling.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we everybody is around here scratching their head wondering why are these men acting this way?
Right.
Especially when you get to my age, when you get in your 40s, that means they had at least 20 years of being overlooked, neglected.
Yeah.
They now have 20 years on their job. They got tenure on their job. They senior.
Right.
They got them pay increases.
Yeah.
Now he look good. You want to holler.
I think, it's unfortunate that it does happen that way because you do have a lot of women that when they are younger, they know they got more options and they explore those options a lot more. And of course, as you get older, like they tell women most of the time, I'm not saying that happens for all women because you got some women, they can still pull a few if you're fortunate, but then you have some that, after time has not been that great to them. Some people bounce back after kids. Some people don't, some people age gracefully and some people don't. So it's just like, I get his point to an extent. I think a lot of the times, like I said, when women are dating in their earlier years, I don't think they're paying attention to the qualities that matter. I think they're paying attention to, that charismatic person who gets their attention. And those people be good, but they're good for fun. They're not good for the long-term, stable, lifestyle you're probably going to want when you want a family. So I do think sometimes, you waste your time doing that, fooling around in your 20s when you could really be locking somebody down that's decent at that point in time and building a future with them. So I get it. I do.
I got a hot take on it. I feel like women are sabotaging younger women. The older women are sabotaging younger women. And here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. I feel like if the older women were to tell the younger women, hey, don't get out there and play them games because when you get my age, you're going to see how ghetto it is. Like those, that don't tell them about how the supply is going to diminish, how the options.
So, all right. I don't know if necessarily the supply diminishes. I think the accessibility becomes more challenging versus when you're younger. When you're younger, you're in more social clubs. You know, you have school, college, high school, whatever, where you can meet people. You're still focused on hobbies, so you're meeting people at functions. When you get older, you have more responsibilities, so you're not mingling as much. Now you got to rely on online dating, which we know that can be a shit show in itself. I think it's a double-edged sword though, because it's like you want to tell women to get serious in their 20s, but it's also like you don't know yourself in your 20s. And a lot of people end up getting in relationships in their 20s that they later regret when they're in their 30s. You know,
Right.
so it's like I don't really know what to say if I was giving women advice right now. If somebody was to ask me, all right, what advice would you give a 20-year-old? I mean, I would say if you know in your heart of heart you want a marriage, you need to be just focused on dating people that can provide that type of, lifestyle, that structure, that stability. But if you don't know that in your 20s, I don't know if I could tell you to have that mentality in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because I don't
I,
know.
I slightly disagree because the rationale, even if you don't want marriage, you want a high caliber person in your life. If you're college bound, then you're
I don't know
intentional on
because
advancing out of your current situation if you're college bound.
right.
So it may not be romantically, but by going to college, you're putting yourself in you're putting yourself in spaces of people like-minded, which will want to increase your value. You don't go to college just to not increase your value.
No, you go to college to increase your value. I don't know if you necessarily, I don't know. This
And
one actually
here's the thing. You going to college to increase your value means that the people that are also there have more value than they would if they weren't there.
right.
Yeah.
But just
So
because
it's a better opportunity. Just like if you're going to have a circle of friends, you
right,
want to have the doctor crew as your friends versus
right.
the guys that community college.
Facts. I think so. I get your sentiment as far as possibly finding a quality individual in those environments, but I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't know if that's true because it's like you can meet people who are looking to advance career wise. That does not mean these are the same people that will be good fits when it comes to raising a family with. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So
Well,
it's like, because
even
don't get it twisted, there are fuck boys in college. Like, let's not act like all the fuck boys are just the hood dudes. Like, no, I know fuck boys that are blurs. You know,
no, I
okay, like
the angle I'm coming from is the network. It's not the actual person, but the
yes,
network of people are going to
okay,
be of higher quality. So even if you don't date the person romantically, you become friends. You
true.
find they come from a good family. Now you're exposed to that lifestyle of that good family that you didn't come from.
I do agree when it comes to that. As far as like,
That
yes,
will give you
it
opportunities because, like you said, the older you get,
and
the
the
less
circle's not better.
opportunities you have. So
Right,
you got to come with the mindset of keeping your opportunities high,
correct,
not decreasing your dating pool.
correct.
Whatever you can do to keep your dating pool as large as possible while maintaining your boundaries and your standards.
Right.
Yeah, let's do that.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. That's true. You know, I still wouldn't know what to tell a 20-year-old. I'm just gonna be honest. I'll be like, listen, do what you do, because like if I think about younger me, would I tell myself to do anything differently? Absolutely. But then it also means I wouldn't get the lessons that I got now to know to do things differently. So there that goes. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I just think at my 20s, I think what scares me with women dating in their 20s is the fact that you're young, you're naive, you know, you don't have as much experience. And I know for men that's a plus, but for women that's not, especially if you are being targeted by older men who may be, you know, manipulative, etc., etc. And I'm not saying all men are. I'm not. But that's the scary dynamic, because I remember being 20 and dating men older than me, you know. And oftentimes, you know, it's a different dynamic versus if it was somebody who was in the same age group as you, who's kind of navigating life the same way. Is just different. The hypergamy is dope, but then it can also have, you know, some backlash on the end, because it's like, because you don't know better, you don't know to do better. So that's just my take on that.
yeah, for sure. That was a good take right there.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm gonna pick one of your videos. I'm just starting from the newest video on the
Okay.
list, and we go backwards
Okay.
because there's so many. I was like,
It is.
Their single friends to a whole crowd.
I saw this.
Her favorite sport is yapping. She's looking for anyone between the ages of 26 to 95 years.
The only thing I prepared is, look at that fucking mustache.
What sport does Dr. Dan play competitively?
He's passionate, someone who smells good. He wants someone strong and someone.
what am I watching?
I'm gonna explain it after. I think this is
Thank you so much. Oh wait, that's a fucking problem.
Me and my friends found an event where people pitched their single friends to a whole crowd.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was gonna explain it again too.
All right.
I think that is so freaking. It's two things. It's hilarious as shit, but I think it's also a really freaking dope idea. So basically, it's like, think Shark Tank, where
Right.
you don't speak on your behalf. You just bring a friend that's gonna upsell you to a room full of
Right.
other people, and you know, see if somebody's attractive, and or you know, you hit it off with. But I think, again, going back to what we were saying, when you get older, you don't have the same social circles, because you're pretty much go to work, go home, go to work, go to home, go home. You know, unless you sign up for like a club or something, that's pretty much your schedule. So now I'm looking at that like, that's dope. You go out with your friends, put together a presentation, a PowerPoint of the pros and the cons of dating this person, and see if somebody's like, well, I can tolerate that, and take it from there. I think it's funny as shit.
I think it's dope. I would say that this is for the introverts that really don't have that smooth talking game. You can get your friend that got the words and that's funny. You could benefit off of someone else's charisma, you know.
Right. And that is true. I do think that you can like have a wingman, and it's not awkward to have the wingman.
Right. It's like intentionally for the wingman to shine and like, yo,
break the ice for you.
But I just hope your wingman is married or your wing woman is married, because they gonna get the attention that they desire.
Wing person gonna end up stealing all your prospects.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right. You don't want them stealing all the prospects.
No, but so it's funny enough, like yes, you do. I feel like when it comes to like approaching people, you know what? I'm not even going to touch that because we don't have those problems. I'm not a man. I would not pretend to act like I know what it is that y'all got to go through to approach a woman, because I can approach anyone. So I don't have a problem approaching people. Like even a guy, if I'm interested in a guy, I have no problem with telling the guy I'm actually interested in them. I mean, I'm not going to hound.
When did you learn that skill?
I didn't learn. I don't know. I have never had an issue with talking to people.
Is that it? Do you think that's the issue that you when you lived in New York? Is that an issue that you seen? Because I think it may be like in big cities like New York, you don't have any choice but to be in other people's faces and
Correct.
talk and communicate
No,
like that.
because I don't know. Because I think when I lived in Florida, I feel like people never had an issue starting conversations when I lived out there either. It's just, I know some people who are just naturally on the shyer side of things. And I think I remember always being a kid that I never had stage fright. You know, I've never had an issue speaking to strangers. Like that's just kind of always been my personality. I am the loud person. I've always been the loud person. Most of my life I've been told, why are you yelling? Like I heard that a lot of my lifetime, but so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's definitely
It's
a
not
skill
something I had
because
to,
I don't have it at
yeah, it's
all.
not something I had to practice, but I think in the same token, it's just like most people don't, I don't know. Cause I'll go to like a bar by myself and I'll sit at the bar and end up sparking conversations for no apparent reason. Like, you know, you're just there sitting, the person sitting next to you, and something will come up. Somebody will say something or something on the TV, you react, and then they respond, and the conversation just flows from there. That's normally how that happens.
Okay,
Wait, we
that's
have
good.
that one to come in.
Let's go to the next video. Switch it over.
Hold on. How do I do it? I'll do it back. Wait. Hey, background too loud. That's why I brought it down.
Okay.
Let me know.
I'm about to play a video right now.
Okay, good.
She can hear the video.
Okay.
A lot of people, they think when they get older, they're going to be settling down and things going to be wonderful. They're going to be peaceful. But let me tell y'all this here, this must be a new day, because guess what, y'all? People my age are still trying to make it. They still trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. A lot of people still got their own homes, but they got to worry about the taxes. Some older people, they got to worry about how they're going to pay their utility bills. Some of those Social Security checks ain't enough. And a lot of times people really think that when I get older, when I get Social Security, when I be able to do it, you better get yourself together now for when you get older. Because people think that when they get y'all just don't have no idea. The young people don't have no idea. You got to get your life together now for when you get older. Figure out some kind of plan, y'all, that y'all can do when you get older, that you won't have to go through a lot of struggles that a lot of older people are going through. I'm shocked myself when I see how a lot of elderly people is really, they're struggling. They're struggling. And every time you look, something going up. Now, inflation has ate up a whole lot of people's Social Security check, y'all. A whole lot of people, Social Security check, it can't pay everything. And they just struggling. And everything is, wait till my check comes. Everything they try to do, I got to wait for my check. Prepare yourself now.
So, we gotta boo. Somebody booing the old folks challenges. Oh my goodness.
No. She not wrong, but
yeah,
yeah,
that wasn't a good one.
No, that was a great one. That's a great one. I think at this point in time, the way everything is looking, I do think that at this point in time, when you are looking to retire, you cannot just depend on just your Social Security or whatever savings you have. I do feel like our generation and the generation behind us, you need some passive income. You need some
for
passive
sure.
income that you can have coming in until you die. Like legit until you die, because I watch like a lot of my family members, they're retired now, you know, thankfully, knock on wood, they're not struggling, but I can see how if you didn't do certain things in your earlier years, you could be fucked, because they tell you get a 401k, cool, get a 401k. No one tells you that, you know, that was pre-tax dollars. When you, that money that's in that account, that's not all yours. Uncle Sam is taking a portion of that. So if you're a person who just depended on just the 401k, I don't think you will be able to handle all of the changes that's going on right now, you know, but now you have a 401k, you have an IRA on top of that, you might be okay, you know, if you have those things put aside. But I know for me, I remember hearing at a very early age how we wouldn't get Social Security. Don't look for it, don't expect it, you know. So
And with this current administration, they will, if they can figure out a way to stop it, they will stop it.
So with that being said, and knowing that, and then me also looking at the way the work environment is changing now, you know, with AI coming in, jobs are going to get cut, you know, if you're not keeping up with those technology changes and trends. So it's like, you not only got to worry about making sure you set up for the future, but make sure you have a safeguard in place for now, because who the fuck knows what it's going to look like when all of these jobs are now taken over, because we have machines that can do it efficiently and quicker than you can. You know, it's cheaper than paying for you and your insurance and shit. So it's like all of these things I think about. So I even had a conversation with my cousin, and it's like, you know, when I did the house, that was one step of me trying to, you know, get passive income. But I told him I want a laundromat. Like, I want a business that is going to generate its own cash, okay? That I don't have to bat an eye or think about. And the beautiful thing, I think I don't know if I sent you the video, but there was a video on Instagram, and they were talking about how laundromats can generate 10 different streams of income, because you have the folding service, the pickup and drop off service, vending machine service. All of that is your shit, including the laundry service. And then the people
soda, snacks,
right. So
video games,
all of that, it counts, you know. And that's something that people are always going to need to clean their clothes, you know. It's never going to be a time when people can't wash. They're going to have to penny pinch what clothes get washed, but it's still going to be something getting washed. So, you know, I think, definitely would encourage the youth to look into not only building a career that's going to keep them stable, but also looking to have passive income that is going to now bring in money you don't have to work for. Because there's going to be a time when you're not going to be able to work, and you don't want to have to change your lifestyle.
All right, let's go to the next video. What you got here?
You feel like you are a prize and somebody should be like happy to be next to you.
I fucking love
right? But in a relationship, I'm never the prize. And honestly, damn, I don't even want to take it there, bro, because we're being ignorant. But what does God say? God say he who finds a wife finds a what?
Good thing and favor.
So what are we talking about? You're the prize? No, you gay. You gay. That's what you are. So in the absence of a woman, yes, you could be the prize. But a lot of times, a lot of men, again, when they're using this word to be in the presence of a woman, it be to negate a woman. No,
to demean
her. In my relationship, my woman is the prize.
No, but you want to know what that is, bro?
Niggas be gay. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
No, we're not saying
you
that.
Niggas be wanting to be bad bitches these days.
No, niggas do be wanting to be bad bitches these days. Why. And they're going to sit here talking about some, you a simp. No, you a bad bitch.
Yeah.
And you need to sit your bad bitch ass aside and go sit the fuck down so the real man can really step up to the front. You bitch ass nigga. That's really what it need to be. You dumb ass nigga. What are you talking about? You supposed to be on man time talking about some, I'm the prize nigga. You might as well strut when you walk your whole ass nigga.
You's a bitch. You's a bad bitch.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You feel like you are a prize and somebody should be.
Oh my goodness.
I saw that one earlier. I was very tickled. So
that was hilarious.
So obviously, I guess that's subject to people who follow a certain religion. I will say, actually, no, because all religions say the same when it comes to that aspect of it. Like one thing Christians, Muslims, and all of them agree on is the way, if you're living the way of the book, you are supposed to treat your wife a certain type of way. Your wife is supposed to treat you a certain type of way. So there is supposed to be a difference. But then you listen to the podcasts of these days. Well, what do I need a woman for? I can afford all that. And it's like, and he's right. They don't do that when they're among their guy friends. They do it when they're among women. Sassy much. And they get offended when we say, oh, you're being sassy. But it's like, you can't scream, I'm the leader, but you playing like you a follower. You can't tell me you the leader, but you want to follow what women are doing and then say you're not being sassy. That don't make sense.
All right. Yeah. So we got a guest that's going to come up and bring him on stage. We got Lovers of Utopias coming up.
Whoa. I was good. I was live in the comments. What we doing?
That's not the YouTube comments. That was the private chat.
I know. I was enjoying trolling y'all while y'all was talking.
I didn't even see them. What's up just now?
Exactly. That's why I brought her up so we could discuss. She was like,
she said, "Who picked these videos? Boo! Next shit, boring. Boo."
Got this old ass lady. Oh, back in my day, I got a who picked it one? Who picked it?
Terminator.
I picked it.
God.
Next,
she was like, she was talking. Hey, she was trying to get people ready for the upper room.
Let kids know that you ain't gonna be young forever. Stop.
Hey, right now we trying to get likes and views. Hey, this old lady with this old ass wig on ain't finna get no views. Hey, listen. Listen. Go tell her to put some mothballs in her closet and go to bed. It's past her bedtime. We don't need to talk to her. We don't need to listen to her. Why are we even doing it?
But she giving the kids the guidance, man.
Okay, how many kids you think listening right now?
None.
All
right. Well, ain't no need to.
We got 2 viewers right now, so we not in here by ourselves. So.
All right, listen, we ain't got to let the Golden Girls cook today. They can cook another day. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I feel you. Let's see what else you said. Let's see. Let me go back.
Joke.
Trump coming in like the Terminator.
Yes.
Hey, he said, fall in line or fall the fuck out. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He said, say less. He said, you don't think.
He said, fuck around and find out.
He said, exactly. He said, I bet I do it. Yeah. Oh, we got a comment. Oh my goodness! Look at this first comment. Stop
talking about my granny. I hate it. We know that ain't his granny, but I said it. It's somebody granny. God damn it!
Right. He bought the wig. That's why he was like he feels some type of way. He
I can't. Oh, hold on. I got the comments.
Silly.
Can you see the comments?
I don't think she would be able to.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
okay. She don't went on mute.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What y'all say?
Can we do? Oh, well, we can talk about that when we're done. But I would like to do a review on the video that you started.
Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that Sunday.
And we can pick some clips from that one. I think that one is really
right.
Because
and the good thing about that video is broken down into topics.
Perfect. Because yes, we definitely got to talk about how people date based on their self-esteem.
Right.
It be in hell. And this is why we got to deal with the bullshit ass motherfuckers out here. They used to be in hell and then trying to come out of hell. And no, just stay in hell.
No, but you got to think about it. If we go back to the first video I played, where in the 20s the guy got no play because he had no resources to.
It ain't got nothing to do with the resources.
Yeah, no. Let me cook.
let you cook.
Let me cook.
I'm gonna let you cook.
It's not about the resources per se, but that those years of rejection of not being able to interact, he's going to have lower self-esteem. So those years is where that self-esteem issue is created.
Okay, so this is the thing though, because self-esteem is supposed to be, in Cat Williams' words, an esteem of your motherfucking self.
Motherfucking self, bitch.
Right.
I mean,
So
never mind.
regardless of the rejection and all those other things, if your self-esteem is not based on external validation, those rejections won't matter. It'll be like,
Right.
okay, there's a video of this little girl, and she was like, Dad said I'm pretty, and she goes like this, and then the dad goes, that's not what I said. And she said, well, he said I'm pretty annoying, but I don't focus on anything but the positive. It's kind of like that. And this was a child that did that, mind you. You know, you have some kids that would have heard that and they would have focused on, oh my God, my dad called me annoying. Meanwhile, that little girl was like, oh, he called me pretty. Fuck all that other negative shit. But it's true. You got to kind of, your validation has to come from yourself, because we're going to meet people, and there's people that like us and love us and appreciate us. And then there's motherfuckers that hate our guts in this world. Did we change? Are we different? No, but it's just a simple fact of your self-esteem has to be tied into how you feel about you, not how other people feel about you.
What was the initial topic about self-esteem? I missed it.
So it was a video. We're going to probably talk about it on Sunday, but when I came in, he was already watching another video that was on YouTube, and it was talking about how people date based on their self-esteem. You know, so the women who get the shitty men that they complain about, you got that because your self-esteem, and vice versa. If you thought you deserved better, you wouldn't have accepted anything less than what you
What they
thought.
say, go back to your last relationships, your real relationships, engage those men, and that is a measure of your self-esteem. So like if you go back and there was some holes and bombs and twos, threes and fours, possibly everything less than a 6, that's a gauge of your self-esteem, and that hit hard because I had to look back and I had to think about some things.
I'm not gonna put too much out there because this is YouTube, but yes, I would say my first my relationship before I came back to New York, I'll say that. I look back at that dynamic and I was like, bitch, you was in hell. Like you was in hell. You've been slowly climbing your way up out of hell, but that was hell, you know, and it's true. And I think at that point in time, you think, I don't know what it was that I was thinking or not acknowledging, but it took me getting older and understanding things and learning myself to realize you don't have to tolerate shit just because somebody's offering it to you. You don't. You determine what you tolerate.
But I do find that women, so men and women dynamic is different. Women typically wait for the men to approach. We don't typically say, okay, I like this guy, I'm going after him. We typically pick out of all the people who are trying to talk to us. So you got 10 people trying to talk. You say, okay, hey, I like him out of my 10. But that's like a lower level of, I mean, if you really reach for what you thought you deserved, probably those 10 people don't even apply to what you think you deserve, right? So I think that's kind of hard considering we are not the hunters. Don't men say the hunters all the time? So like, unless women become the hunters, are we always gonna have low self-esteem? Unless we have a good round of people.
I think women should approach the men that they actually want, because I have, like I told him before, I have no problem telling a man if I'm interested in them. Again, that wasn't always the case, but for the most part, I can always spark up a conversation with people, be friends with them, and I can express interest, you know, but I'm not going to go about it the way men do. I'm definitely not going to do it that way. But I don't know. I've also approached people, and that has not worked. That didn't work in my favor the last time I did that.
I don't approach at all. It's just when we start
days out of there. So
well, I'll say like this.
the female version of D pics, because that's what men do. They say hi and they put the pics out there. I don't know. I don't hit on men. I don't hit on men.
I mean, it's hit on to a certain extent. Hey Nick.
Hey,
Hey Nick, welcome.
I say like this. If you wait for men to approach you, your dating pool is only the people that do approach you. But if you do approach men, your dating pool is all of men.
I get it, but then so here's the thing though, because I hear this often about the whole women approach the guy. That's not the problem. Sometimes these are people who just don't know how to socialize.
Or
And it's like, what do
discern,
you do
yeah.
with somebody that can't socialize? It's like, I can't hold a whole conversation. That doesn't work, you know? So it's very hard navigating the people who are socially awkward, who may be great individuals, but we'll never fucking know it because you never get to build that rapport with them.
does
Because
low
they don't talk.
self-esteem equate to socially awkwardness?
No.
Yeah, it can though, because if you have low self-esteem and you're worried about how people see you, how people view you, how people are going to accept you, are they going to like you? If that's in your thought process every time you're doing something, you don't really have the chance to authentically be yourself. That's why people have social anxiety, because they're
But
so worried about other people's perception.
but what I'm trying to say is I don't know if socially awkward people
I
care.
don't
People don't
necessarily.
like them. I think they're just awkward no matter what. But I don't think they necessarily care if other people care about their
Right.
awkwardness.
It
Oh,
doesn't equate to validation. I don't need validation, but I'm a very awkward person. And your first meeting with me, no matter how much y'all believe I'm a social butterfly, I tell people if we talk online and we talk on the phone, our first date in our first couple of minutes of this day, probably at least 30 minutes to an hour, I'm going to be awkward. Just know I put a FYI flag, weirdo flag out until I can get in a comfort zone and then I'm good. But that doesn't mean I need their validation. I'm just a weirdo.
Okay.
So imagine me as a weirdo saying, "Hey, do you want to go out?" I'm weird. I'm a weird initially. How do you, as a weirdo,
And you're
approach
gonna be
somebody and
like
say, "Come out"?
Ricky Bobby, be
But
like,
I
what did
don't
I do with my hands?
awkward
Right.
because you can still hold a conversation with people. I think more so it's just like people who can't like talk at all. Like they can't just in a social, like no pressure of dating, none of the above. They just don't know how to build a connection with people. So I don't know.
Yeah, but those people, I feel like those people ain't the people we talking about though, because those people not in hell. Like they just minding their business. They probably don't talk to
Right.
nobody.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oh shit.
So I think we might need to have categories of limitations. Like you have limitations based on your personality,
Right.
limitations based on do I have low self-esteem, and
Right.
some limitations is just basic interaction. You don't even have the skills to have basic interaction with people, and then that's difficult too. For me, I'm just weird. I'm
And I,
not like crazy weird. I'm just weird
Right.
though. So
I think I
me
have my
approaching somebody is awkward.
I have my quirks, but speaking to people and wondering, oh my God, will they like me? That's not a thought my process. You know,
I
to be
never care if
honest,
somebody likes me. I never
I
care.
think I think
yeah,
the low self-esteem issue really comes into play after the initial interaction. Like
really?
the low self-esteem, at least from men to women, the low
Yeah.
self-esteem will let me get away with stuff that I could not get away with a woman with high self-esteem.
Come on, Toxic Chronicles.
Valid.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
like
saying because
that.
we
That's so true.
I might need to get
That
some
is
pink.
true.
Get some pink.
That not get some pink. Did he say pink?
Yeah.
No more pink.
Cause yeah, he need to retire, Pink. We gotta get you
and
a new
vice
color.
versa.
It's
My
toxic
No.
waste.
my if I have low self-esteem, it'll make me do things for a woman who don't like me. I'm gonna do things
Right,
for
for
her.
sure.
Right.
So
The people pleasing part of it.
right.
Yes.
So I think the low self-esteem don't even come in from us just sitting in a bar and talking. The low self-esteem comes into play after I got your number, after we done met, and now
Really?
I'm trying to do too much or too little, or I got this woman, I
Because
got her
you
in the
don't want to
bag already.
lose
Now
her.
I'm still maneuvering
Yeah.
because I can get away with stuff.
Right, because the whole thing is like some people's mentality is like the goal is to win. Whatever they consider the win is,
right.
that's what they trying to do. So
Mm.
self-esteem at what level it is or not, they're gonna do whatever is in their abilities to make the win happen.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Let them cook.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's very interesting how self-esteem comes into play with dating. That's why people stay in the bad situations too long. They don't feel like they deserve better. So
They can't do better.
They
right.
can't.
So they stay in bad situations with somebody who is probably toxic, but this is the best they can do.
Right. Jeez, that's scary.
I also think conditioning makes people do that though, because I can honestly say I've had really bad low self-esteem in my lifetime, but I've also, based on that self-esteem, I never knew what it was like to be properly courted, properly dated, and I thought some of these things naturally occurred. So until I actually dated people who actually didn't have those characteristics, right? I didn't know. So I accepted a lot more until I actually encountered somebody who was like, yo, I'm just not on that type of time. I just really want to be a good person to you.
Right.
And that's when like the light bulb comes on, like, yo, you don't need the Henny D and air mattress. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that. You know, like you could be healthy over here. And not until I experienced it, because I had never experienced it before. So I think some of it is the learning curve, is all I'm saying.
I do agree that
That
there
makes
is a learning curve if you're not taught in advance. Yeah,
Right.
because I definitely went through that as well. So
Yeah, I never had no mom to mom conversations. This is who you don't date. It's like,
talking
oh,
about
just
dating was never really a thing. Like growing up, unless you was doing something wrong, then it was like, oh, you shouldn't have a person to do. You know, they never gave you the
Right.
warnings beforehand. It was after the fact when you're like, oh, you complaining about it, or they're seeing it, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be tolerating that. Like, why the fuck you ain't telling me beforehand, motherfucker? But yeah,
But this goes back to the conversation about what we would tell somebody in their 20s. It's like hard for us to, like, since we didn't get any guidance, we have to break the chain and try to give guidance to the ones that's younger than us, you know.
So I do try to do that, especially with my son, because like I do know a lot of men who stay in situations they longer than they need to be. And I tell my son all the time, like, you don't have to stay somewhere where you're being mistreated and you shouldn't tolerate it. There's nothing written in any book or anything of life that says men have to tolerate a woman treating them like shit to have a woman. I don't agree with that. Just like I wouldn't tell no little girl to tolerate a guy doing that to them. You know,
no happy wife, happy life. You don't
no,
believe
it's
in that?
supposed to be happy spouse, happy house. God damn it!
Oh, yeah.
But I also think some of it is the devil, you know. So you know here, you might not be happy here, but you may be able to tolerate here. But you don't know if you go out there and get somebody else, what chaos that happens that's gonna ensue. So it's comfort versus taking a risk. I'm more comfortable because I already know this person's quirks that I hate, and I be thinking how I can stab them in my head at night, but I won't. And you know, I'll be okay. I'll make it through. Versus then now you're on the next episode of Snapped. Now you're on the, you know, all of that shit. You don't want to go there. So it's like I'm gonna stay home and think about jabbing this bitch with a pencil. Because I don't want to be on the next episode of Snap. So then it's like the lesser of two evils, I guess.
I was gonna say because it's a double-edged sword, because then you can also have the mentality, which I think I have, is like there's trillions of people on this earth. I'm not about to let one motherfucker stress me out. And you become one of those people that chuck up the deuces every time a motherfucker even flinch on you.
But also it's a situation where she was
like
talking about it's the devil, you know, but then you got to take into account, like, look at the dating pool. So you got somebody. How bad are they really compared to what's out there?
What's possibly out there?
That's what you really got to think about. Like, that's why I'm sorry to say, I feel like the 80-20 rule need to become the 70-30 rule at this point, because you get outside and outside is scary.
Outside is terrifying.
Yeah.
But I think
chances are
outside is the reason why we're not connecting. Because on the dating sites, let's say I'm on 4 dating sites, right? And of course, women get more hits than men. But okay, if I get, as a guy, let's say 10 hits a day, per day, if I'm an attractive guy, I never am really wanting to find that person because tomorrow I might find something better. And I think that's a habitual hamster wheel that we have now with social media, because it's always somebody who appears better before you even really get to know them.
Yeah,
I would say if you're a guy and you getting 10 hits a day, you're like Brad Pitt, Idris Elba status.
10 hits?
Aaron,
10 hits?
yeah, that's Mufasa.
Yeah.
Mufasa, hey, Mufasa.
I'm just saying.
They would definitely be pulling in more than 10 hits
You
a day.
know, this is where it's like majority of these men out here are invisible. They on the dating sites. That's why so many men on the dating apps, because they trying to be seen and be chose. But you know, women is just
this is problematic to say 10 is low. Nick, do you think 10 is high for men? Because every time I get on it, what? Because
10 hits a day.
Women are not DMing dudes like, "Hey, I'm interested." I'm gonna be honest, I don't. As
10
far
per
as
day?
like, initiating, the most I might do is like it.
You in the zone when you got 10 per day. Yo, if I was ever to get 10 hits per day on a dating profile, I'm copying and pasting every exact picture, everything, everywhere.
That is so crazy, because the reason why I stopped doing dating sites and Kenneth and Ian, I don't know, Nick, if I've shown y'all, but it's overwhelming. You got so many every day, and they type dissertations.
Yes,
dissertations about what?
Nothing. I get two letters. I get HI.
Two.
I get HI.
Yeah, women be talking about how men start conversations. No personality. No personality.
Zero.
Wow.
How we should be starting conversations, not
the
hi.
same way y'all tell us. I don't know, but something more than hey.
I mean, I do more than hey. I do a hi. How are you?
How about, you know, they got the section in your profile where you list what your interests are. You could easily ask a person about something that interests.
I don't give a fuck about
just like they say men don't read that. They don't read that. They don't read that because then the next they be like, what are you
reading all them profile? Like literally everybody writes a dissertation.
I agree. I don't read profiles initially. I don't read profiles until we actually match, because I feel like it's a waste of time reading and you don't even think I'm physically attractive.
Right. Hold on. Kenneth, I'm gonna hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm about to
I thought they typically have to match. I thought they typically have to match. Like I was on Hinge, and every day I literally and I don't find myself to be like a 10 out of 10, right? So I guess 10 out of 10 women are like drowning in these sites, because that's crazy work.
Yeah.
But these men write dissertations about their life on the first message, and I was like, why do you think that I would read 2 pages about your interest and I didn't read your, like, can we start off with a haha? So then the people I try to talk to, I try to come up with a funny, Nick. I be in there like, oh, you like anime? I do too. I might make a like Naruto reference. Let's do it. But I can't get down the list of the day before the next day comes, and now it's like 10 more people. It's impossible.
Look, I get 10 hits a day. I'm changing my name to Morris Chestnut. Like,
you know,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to change my name to Holly Berry, because I thought this was a thing. I didn't know that.
No, it is not a thing.
People always say that, but they don't realize like all them hit ups are not people of quality. Most of those hit ups are people that just looking for a good time for a short time. Most of the time.
But I'm just saying, even if it was that with if women was hitting up men 10 out of 10 for a good time for a short time, we're in all shootings in the world. If that was the case, it would be no crime, because
if I get 4
guys
in
would
a
be
week,
too happy.
I get 4 in a week. I'm feeling myself.
4 in a week is crazy.
I think he lying.
No,
I don't believe y'all. I do not believe y'all.
I ain't got to get on here and lie for YouTube. Like,
You know,
Listen,
I feel like Nick, you're a liar.
I
4 in
feel
a
like
week
you
is
be
so
posting
crazy.
posting chicks be like, "Oh, you in the gym?" Like, I just feel like chicks is inboxing you.
All
Like,
y'all gotta do is post a gray sweatpants pic. We need to look
okay,
at your profiles. We gotta look
Who's
at the
putting that
profiles.
on
I
the
think y'all
internet
not.
so they can talk? Next thing you know, you in a
Of
group chat.
course, it's
all
clickbait.
right,
The
now
same
they gonna have
way.
a group chat like he trying to thirst trap chicks.
This nigga
Brittany
thirsty as
laughing at you,
hell.
Nick. She said 4 in a week.
Now Brittany saying 4 in a week. Brittany, ain't that crazy? 4 in a week is
I don't know
crazy.
how
It's
many
crazy
ladies are
work.
in the chat, but do y'all get a lot
It's
of
true.
messages in y'all inbox on dating sites? Because I feel like you spend most of your days just playing process of elimination and you get burnt out before you even meet anybody. It's like, oh,
Hey,
this
look at
person's
this.
not
It's
responding.
so bad, yeah.
It's bad. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's so bad in the opposite direction for me, where if I don't initially touch my phone will never do anything. It won't ring, no text, no nothing.
Okay,
I
see,
don't think y'all toxic.
I will
Y'all
text
gotta be
a
toxic.
good morning. I text a good morning, you know, but I will be honest. If I notice, if I have to engage more than you pretty much gonna just get introduced to my block list.
And see, Brittany says I get a lot, and I'm tired of it. So for y'all talking about 4 a week, okay. So
Oh,
y'all
Kenneth,
think are y'all ugly? Are y'all ugly?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, we
I might be.
invisible.
I might
We
be.
may
I'm a little
be.
funny though, so I get a pass
Hey,
sometimes.
he said I get a pass. He's stupid.
you know, I
You
gotta
know,
get the right camera angle or something. What's the angle?
she said they say that all the same thing on these apps. But
Right.
you know what? I got a variety because I got hits, and I'm like, I know people didn't look at my profile because I say I'm looking for long term. I'm looking for marriage, right?
Yeah.
And then I get the people who 56 talking about they up in the air on what they want. Bro, you about to die. Why are you
Right.
still up in the air? Like, listen,
Talking about, you know, I'm just trying to
Hey, no, he up in the air because he going to glory. That's why he up in the air.
What are we doing? You
Yeah.
about to have me as a geriatric wife? You talking about you just trying to see where things go? Get the
Hospice husband face ass. Like, what are we talking about? You 59 and you still unsure? Okay, you
Hold
know,
on.
be unsure
So,
till you die at this
bullshit.
so
point.
what Brittany
Brittany,
said? Brittany said,
40-year-old man who talking about, oh, I'm just trying to see what's going on out here. No, go see somebody.
Hey, Brittany, look at this post that I want to challenge Brittany with this post. She says, dudes swipe on every girl though, just to see who bites.
but
And
that's the nature of a hunter though.
is
You gotta eat, right?
hey,
So you
a
gotta catch
hunter
everything that
shoots
moves.
at every deer they
See,
see.
Listen, I'm going in there like I'm a YN. I got the switch, and we just gonna spread everything. See what we land.
So y'all do swipe on everything, but then
No.
so that makes y'all kind of not in the lower echelon if y'all swipe on everything and you only getting 4 hits a
Not
week.
real everything. No, pause.
You know what? I wonder if women did that. What would that look like? If we just said
Yo,
anything, I feel like that would just make our inbox worse.
I've done it, and yo, it's too much. You can't.
No, what I'll tell women to do is create a profile of one of their guy friends and see how much action they get. See, just to experience what it's like to be a man for a week on the
Why do
date
we
night.
want to do that? It sounds disgusting.
Because then you will see that, hey, that for a week is lit.
12 hours just playing with
This sound like first world problems and third world problems. I don't want to encounter third world problems. Why would I do that? Like, I
here's the
believe
thing
y'all.
from the men's side too is let's just live in that hypothetical world where you do get a lot of hits as a brother, right? Like let's say like 15 a week, right? Let's just live in that realm real quick, or 20 a week. Now you also got to navigate the ones that just want a quick dollar. So that's gonna cut off about a third of them right there, because they quick to be like,
Oh,
I
the
need
ones that say,
$50.
"Oh man, I had an okay day, but my phone bill due.
My car just blew
Oh
up.
no,
You
my
know,
power bill. I gotta use this one time in my life. I've never used it, and I want to use it.
in my life to see what happens.
Yeah, let's use it this week, and we'll come back next time and see how it goes. I'm gonna tell somebody.
I don't care to that. I'm not interested in, and just hit them with the man. My cell phone bill about to get cut off. You think you can help?
Man, my dog got hit by a car. I got vet bills.
That shit don't even feel right. I'm
Y'all
sorry.
put in the comments. Give us some excuses to tell men how our days have been tough to see if they're gonna pay bills. Because I've never done it and I want to.
Meet men in real life. Where they at? Because I mean, just where?
My thing is, you only really gonna see me. You only gonna see me in the gym, and if I'm in the gym, I'm probably not gonna talk to you.
But this is it. Where are we gonna find them? That's what. There's a video we watched. I think I sent to you the last time we were live, Kenneth, and it was like, where the fuck do you meet these quality individuals that we supposed to be finding? And it's like, everybody go home. Like those, they not in the clubs. We damn sure ain't gonna find what we looking for in the clubs. You know, I'm like, church. I mean, that's the only other place I could think of.
You will find you a freak in the church. I ain't gonna hold you.
What's wrong with that? I want to freak
Hey,
that.
last Friday I went to a church singles event and it was 2,200 singles in the convention center.
2,200 singles. How many of them were women and how many of them were men?
It was. I don't even want to say the ratio.
What convention center was this for New Year's?
No, this was last Friday.
We both need. Women just need to find a man they both like, and we just need to double up. Like I'm convinced that's the only way it's gonna work. There's a small pool of good left.
You met them in Maryland, girl. Where y'all going? I don't know. She must be talking.
How do you have 22?
Wait, you didn't tell. What's the ratio?
So it was like maybe for every 10 women, there was 2 men.
Wow.
How many numbers did you get, Kenneth?
0.
2-to-1 man ratio. Oh.
But okay, see now this is a situation where it's a you. You
That's
cannot
a you
tell
problem.
me that many women and you didn't get not one motherfucking number. That means you didn't walk up to not one person.
That's a you problem.
You could have started the whole situation with Pastor said a nice sermon today, and everybody would have been talking to you.
Listen.
because I did them a favor. I didn't want to make them fight over me.
Nah, y'all wild, and this is a you problem. So we're talking about dysfunction and reality. If you go to an event with 2,200 people and y'all on a 2-to-1 ratio of women and men, and you can't get one number, that's a you problem. Go back to the drawing boards. I can't subscribe because at least you got some 10s all the way down to 2s. You could have at least got some 4 numbers, some 3 numbers, some, you could have got in the lower echelon at least. If you didn't get no numbers, that's a you problem.
Thank you, Cannon. Because this is literally what women.
She said Kenneth wasn't applying himself at the church event.
Like, can you imagine if we went to an event and there was like a big plethora of other people, of men?
I was being godly. You know what I'm saying? I was being godly.
Nah, but I'm the real. I feel like at that
God
point,
said you ain't supposed to be by yourself. It says be fruitful and multiply. God understands.
Exactly. So that was ungodly behavior. Corey says he didn't want none, clearly. Tiffany said, Miss Tiff said Kenneth wasn't applying himself. So they have no faith in you either. They're equally saying it's a you problem. You cannot go to a place with 2,200 people and not get one number.
Not one.
But did you? So Corey says just because there's a lot of women don't mean you want them. Yes, Corey, but no, at 2,200 people, it's some bitches you wanted in there. There's not you. If 2,200 ugly people came together.
So look, let me give you a react. So let's just say we go into this world. All right, this 2,200 people. There's more than half of them are women, right? Now let's take away the women that I'm not attracted to. Now we're gonna cut that half into like, honestly, maybe like 20%, and then
we're 1,100 because we.
And for that 20%, now we got to figure out which ones are also attracted to me.
Listen.
But the numbers is outrageous, though, Nick. So if you would have said this at a party of 50, okay, but a party of 2,200. So whatever that math is, so you got 2-to-1. So the men make up 1/3 or whatever 2,200 is. Y'all tell me. You're telling me if you take half, there's still no people that you're attracted to, and 2,200 people.
I'm sure there is, but let's say I talk to one, I get shot down, and I go talk to another one, and get shot down, and I go talk to another one, and get shot down. Then I'm like, dang, either it's me or it's them. I ain't getting no play in this joint. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it moving.
Right, but he didn't even attempt to.
He didn't say he didn't attempt. You said no. They wasn't
No,
even in
I
the
didn't
numbers. You say
attempt.
He
I
did
didn't
not.
attempt.
Come on, you ain't gonna act like we
I
know
didn't hear that part.
He did not attempt to, because I can guarantee you, if he was in there
Right, they
sharp.
didn't attempt.
No, no. I wasn't in no suit. I wasn't in no suit.
Even
Okay,
still,
so I asked what 1/3 of 2,200 is. That's
all the women
733.
women.
733 men. 1/3. So we saying 1/3 women outnumber the men. So then you multiply the 733. That's like 1,500 people. It's 1,466 women. So in
Okay, that,
1,466 women are you. So then you said that you divided that shit by 2. So you back down to 733 baddies, and you couldn't get one number. That's a you problem, and I don't care what nobody else saying
in
about
that situation, you got to go into it saying I'm going home with something.
Some.
Okay, with the Denzel, I'm leaving with something.
Some. You miss 100% of shots that you don't take. Y'all didn't take the shots based on your what? Cat Williams said self-esteem is what? So that was your shit. That's a you problem.
They said you doing real math out
I
here.
think real math, because hey, because people want to act like numbers ain't numbers, and y'all trying to justify this.
Oh,
but
this
listen, we
is
gotta
a good,
look at this
this
math.
is a good take though. This is a good take. This is part of the reason why I didn't. Yeah, what's the age bracket? The age bracket was 20s and 30s. That was the age bracket of the.
So, what's wrong with that?
Okay.
I mean, I guess it depends what your goal is. That
When
point,
the
you're a good time or a
40-year-olds.
long time.
But my thing is, if what's wrong with 20s and 30s if they're not childish?
All I'm hearing, I'm gonna say this: as much as men say they're the hunters, y'all are hunters, right? Y'all hunt. So y'all went to let's say a natural park where what I said about 1,500 prey, and y'all didn't catch shit. Y'all starving in the apocalypse. Y'all dying in the apocalypse because y'all didn't hunt. So are y'all hunters or not? Because you should have got at least. For me, if I was a guy, I would have at least got 5. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm a weirdo and I'm a woman, so I wouldn't have got 0. But I at least gave my number at least to 2 people. Y'all wilding. This is a you problem. Y'all gotta tell. Yeah, don't y'all say women don't take accountability? This is when y'all take accountability for y'all's actions.
I agree with that one. That's ridiculous. Do you know how excited I would be if I ever went to any event and it was 700 men, single men? I would be in there women. Like
in this 2-to-1 ratio, I would have pulled at least one number. Listen, we went to New Year's, Kenneth, and 27-year-olds were hitting on me, and I'm like, oh yeah, nah. I feel like
hold on now. Don't relax on us 45 and under now. Relax.
Hold on,
Relax
how
on
do
us
I do
45 and
this?
under.
We just watched a video that just spoke on that.
Right.
Oh, they want to be the prize at 45. Oh, so y'all came sassy and being in y'all soft masculinity. That's what happened. That's why y'all didn't get no numbers.
They wanted the prey to hunt.
Hold on, we talking about a hypothetical me right now. We ain't even talking about real me.
No,
so it's 35, 45.
So there was a video we just played talking about how men now want
talk about the prize.
So they want the women to now take the lead and do the effort, and it's like, but y'all say and announce it and say it proudly, beat your chest, y'all are the hunters, but y'all not hunting.
Hold on, Kenny, I gotta ask you though, big dog.
What y'all want, the soft life or y'all hunters?
Did you find any of those women attractive? Like, obviously, you don't have enough time.
700, all fucking 700 is fugly.
No, there was some attractive women there.
And I was gonna say, because 700 is when I cut it in half because they said they weren't gonna be attracted to half of them. It was like 1460 something before, so it's like 1,400 women to 733 men. So then we only cut it in half to appease the uglies, right? They said some people ugly. So now you still got 700 people to choose from.
Hell to the no. To the
No.
Hell no. I wish the fuck I would go somewhere and see that many. Oh, that's why I want to go to the rodeo, because
I ain't even going though, but if you go, I'll go.
I'm not.
Dang it.
But if
we gotta be responsible. We gotta be responsible.
To be honest, I was trying.
They called Miss Math Teacher.
Not a math teacher. Hey, listen.
You gotta
People,
check the name.
because first off, guys, what we do know is men always say women operate off their emotions, right? But when you put statistics down and you do the math, they can't. You see, they have not argued any other point since I've done this, and I like to do this. I like to do this all the time because men, if we say we feel, we're emotional. But we put some numbers out there. They can't dispute it. And we put the numbers out here today.
Miss what's it, Miss Tiff? You are
Yeah.
correct. I
Yes.
dropped down in Atlanta right now, and they on my ass. Like the women are very aggressive in Atlanta.
That's because they know they supply is limited, so they ain't trying to play
And
games.
and they know that men from out of town are usually straight.
That
So-
part.
Right.
You talk to somebody in Atlanta, you got to figure out: are you gay? Are you
Ooh.
bi? Because I
Kenneth Corey said you being real quiet, my guy. You speechless?
Yeah. No.
Cat got your tongue over there? You said the cat got your tongue.
Yeah. I am using some discretion. I just put it out there. I had somebody there with me.
that makes more sense.
Oh, you see how people be painting the narrative.
Bro, sand to the beach.
So when was this? When was this that you? How long ago was this?
This was Friday.
You brought sand to the beach.
So you posed this whole scenario without saying that you had somebody with you.
And you see, Corey said he knew you was leaving out of detail. There you go.
Exactly. Thank you, Corey. I'm so glad that you said that. Thank you, Corey. Corey, you the real MVP.
He's not giving all the information.
Corey, I followed you. I followed you on YouTube. Everybody follow Corey. Corey, I'm glad you said that because something didn't seem right.
Oh, Corey. Oh man, I thought Corey was my dog.
You the real MVP, Corey.
Corey.
See, you see how these men be playing in our faces with these bogus scenarios? Because I'm like, it's no way. The math ain't math in here. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey. Bro, sand to the beach. You crazy as hell. That was supposed to be a solo day at church.
No, well, what it was.
No loyalty. You right, Mister. Go off, Ken. My bad.
Oh my goodness. So what
These
had
men
happened
ain't
was I'm a part of this Facebook group, and we have singles in the group.
Okay.
So I posed that I sent out an invite for the singles in the group to come to this event.
Oh shit, Tiff.
Some of the ladies from the group decided to join me. So
okay.
So why you post the sentence that way then, Kenneth? What was the purpose of you posting it? Is this clickbait? You are clickbaiting us?
I'm being spicy. I'm trying to be spicy out here.
Oh,
it didn't sound spicy. You was trying to me, it sounded like you was trying to be Mother Teresa. But now we see the spiciness and the toxic Kenneth.
Wholesome trying to just fade to the back, but you had
You was in a situation where you couldn't maneuver.
You just couldn't maneuver. It wasn't that you didn't want to.
I still would have maneuvered. I would have maneuvered. Listen, go get a drink, babe. Hey, boo.
No, it's a church function. It ain't no liquor. It wasn't no liquor.
Oh, this a church function? Oh goodness.
Yeah.
How we been talking about the church function, my guy?
Now he folded like a
like a lawn chair. Hey, yes, exactly. He folded like what's the Alabama guy? He threw the hat. He folded like that chair.
Yeah.
Problematic.
Hey, I'm gonna do like this. Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Listen, we gotta throw Ken about the chat, bro. First off, it's a church event. Then why is a church event for singles? To me,
yes.
Why in the world would you go with somebody to a church event for singles? Make it make sense, Black Jesus. I don't get it. Laquavius? Somebody call Laquavius. Nobody knows who Laquavius is. But go off.
Right.
Why in the world would you bring sand to a dating event?
But
I
It seems like it was unintentional saying.
It was
like, he just sent
unintentional.
out the
It was
invite.
definitely
I guess it was
unintentional.
basically him saying like, "Hey, I'm going to such and such," and a few people
Montgomery Broad.
go. Is that what happened? Because if that's the
No,
case,
she
you ain't
talking
got
about
no
the hat throwing up in the air.
Yeah, she's saying because I said the Alabama thing. She's telling me it was the Montgomery Broad. Thank you, too.
Wait, so my question is, if it wasn't an official date, then why didn't you mingle?
I felt like being the I'm a moderator of this group, the Facebook group, and I wanted to make sure the ladies that came out on my invite got to their cars safely and things like that.
Right,
Cool
but
story, bro.
So,
but you still can mingle inside because it's like you're not dating any of them.
Right.
So here's what I can say.
What does you getting them to their car got to do with bringing them to the beach? Please connect the dots. Let's play Connect 4 because this shit it is not connected.
Yeah, we not connected dots. Hey, I don't know what to say. Y'all got
you
me.
needed to get them to their car.
So I do have a so like when I go
Oh
out with
my
a group of
goodness,
friends,
yo, they calling me an escort in the chat.
Not your escort.
You sound like a male escort. That's exactly this shit. This shit ain't matching.
So when I go out with a group of friends, I tend not to deviate too much from the people that I came with.
Okay,
like
that's
if
fair.
I go place with a larger group, then in my mind, I came here with these folk. I'm gonna interact with these folk.
Right.
And if there's 10 of us, there's enough people here for me to interact with. So I generally am not interested, at least me, in interacting with people outside. Even when we hung out that one time and we somehow magically interacted with those two random people, I didn't want to talk to them.
I get it. Okay.
Not somebody swallow hard as ill. Was that me? Am I the only one drinking? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
you are. You are.
Wait a minute. Tim. Don't do me.
Hey, that's a good sign. That's a point. That's a point for you.
I'm crying. This shit pick up everything.
I'm gonna go on mute next time.
Yep.
Hold on, Mr. says she can't afford it.
Ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. You got a particular video you want to play next so we can keep it?
Oh, you ready to move on from this line of questioning?
Yes, I am ready to move on. I'm ready to move on.
You gotta loosen your collar over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need some air.
Let the good brother breathe now. Hey, don't play no more videos.
Oh, she said, I was saying Kenneth took a big gulp before he started telling the truth. Oh, yes, he did. Because the math wasn't math, and that 2-to-1 was not it.
It was not.
It didn't make no sense. And he's like, well,
let me go somewhere and it'd be like just straight dudes in there.
That part.
Go to the gym. It's just straight dudes in there.
They don't go to the gym. They don't talk to you in the gym. It's always the oldest guy in there who want to come over and start offering to help you to do shit. No,
that's true.
Where your man at? Why he ain't in here helping you lift?
Hey, look at what Corey say.
When they start squinting at the screen. No, but for real, like, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Not you got the Kevin Samuel fixture in the back.
Yeah. Let's see. It's all good, Corey. It's all good. Let's see what this one is right here.
Little Richard.
Or are you the real MVP? That's all I'm saying. I appreciate you.
Very clear. He discovered the Beatles. He discovered Mick Jagger, James Brown.
I don't want to hear about no Little Richard. I'm sorry.
Picking these videos, Kenneth, you gotta get.
I didn't do that.
Pre-screen this video. You had the old lady with the mothballs a minute ago. Now we got little Richard. Like
Hold on,
what are we
hold on.
doing?
Not too much on Mama real quick. Don't do
Hey,
that.
we roasting Mama. Listen, we not 95. Come on now, we up there, but we ain't that up there. Let's go next.
Yeah,
Who picking
let's
them?
go.
We need somebody else to pick these videos. Ain't nobody gonna talk
But
about
you're
tonight's
so smart
conversation.
that it literally triggers people. A 2021 study showed that exposure to superior intelligence activates our threat detection system in the brain. The amygdala lights
I'm
up
about
when
to
we
get off
encounter
based on this
someone
video. I'm
visibly
about to get
smarter
off
than
based on
us. It's the same response we have to physical threats. It upsets us. I ain't even done. But when I tell you this tweet alone made so much sense about my life, it's not just a figure of speech. When people say that intelligence hurts the ego.
Listen, can we pre-screen these videos? Because what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't agree. I mean, I guess I've never been in the mind of somebody that's really ignorant, but intelligent people do not. People smarter than me do not make me mad.
I think they talk about they see him as a threat.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've never been in the mind of the person who is ignorant. So maybe like ignorant people see that, but I've never viewed anybody smarter than me as a threat. I just view them as somebody I could learn from. And I feel like that's the most rational people.
Okay, I put on my glasses so I don't have to squint and look like I'm lying.
There you go, big
Hey, it
dog.
ain't gonna change the fact that we already know you was lying, but go off.
Listen, leave him and them church people
Too late
alone.
now.
Them church people, they was on godly time. They was on good godly hours.
You know, church people be the worst people.
Let me tell you.
Sometimes.
They really do.
They had to do something to want to repent, right?
Hey, they be repenting all the time because they holy and sanctified. But sheesh.
Hey, that's why they put service on Sunday, because they out there Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
But what day you was out there?
Hey, I wasn't out there in the streets.
Hey, is it Trinice? Am I saying it right? Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
Maybe I said it right.
Oh man,
was that right?
We gotta anybody in the chat have a discussion that y'all want to bring up? It's kind of videos with the old lady with the mothballs. Now we talking about whatever that lady was talking about. Hopefully it was a lady.
I'm gonna pull one of Asha videos up and see.
Who's Asha?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's her
That's how you say
IG.
it. Okay.
That's her IG.
Got you.
I'm just saying, we got Trump saying, yo, get out, tighten up. I'm putting my foot on your neck. We got tonight's conversation with Ace, what's his name? Metaphor.
What happened in tonight's
Girl,
conversation?
Kitty clapping cheeks. Clapping cheeks while she married. We got
Corey just dropped a good one too.
We can do Method Man. Should single people with no kids date people with kids? I think that's valid. Let's do that.
So
single
I got a bar for that, actually. People with kids like dating people with no kids. Yes.
I prefer not to.
You were one of the few.
So for me, I find that people with no kids, no pets, one job, and I'm not trying to call nobody out, no shade, y'all. I do feel like they're not cognitive to the amount of work it takes to raise children. And so the amount of time that they want sometimes, like, in a fast responses that they want sometimes, doesn't account for the fact that I might be talking to my daughter about her day. I might be talking to my son about his mental health. I might be making a schedule with my kids to say, hey, we playing soccer, you got wrestling. They don't account for that time. So I prefer not to date people with no kids because it doesn't register to them that I might be busy. And it's not dealing with a man. It's really, I'm just catering to my children the way I should be. So I don't.
So this is what I've been told, is that people with kids, or at least I can only speak from women to men. So women have told me that they prefer to date somebody without kids because we have the time and availability when they finally have time and availability versus trying to maneuver with somebody else's kids. And they often say that men are never over their baby mama. So that's been my experience.
What was your last sentence? They now say what?
The brothers are never really over their baby mama. Like they're still messing with their baby mama, so they rather date somebody that don't have that type of attachment.
I think that's a little bit more of an insecurity because honestly, I would prefer that the person that I date, if they have kids, to have a great relationship with their ex. If they say they're done until I see otherwise. I don't really prefer that men bash their exes. When I see a man that bashes his ex, one thing, you chose them. You chose to procreate with them. You chose to have a child with them. So now if the only thing that you can tell me is negative about them, so you can't tell me you was in a 10-year relationship, 5-year relationship with somebody you had a child with, and now you can't stand everything about them, but you love them enough to have a child with them, to stay with them those amount of years. I find that for me, that means that man is the problem because he cannot say what his part was in the breakup. Now, she could have been toxic as hell, but you got to admit that you chose a toxic woman. But if everything is bad about your ex, I don't want to engage because I understand in my mind that I'm going to be the next ex that you have that's going to be really bad. You're going to have really bad comments about no matter how it went. So for me, I prefer men who are 100% done, but still have good relationships. That's just my personal opinion. But I mean, if you still feel like a man is not over his baby mama, why are you engaging in the first place?
That's also a fact. You made some valid points. You made some valid points. That's just what like from what I've received. I've heard ladies say, "Oh, I'd rather date a man who has no children." And I'm in my mind, I'm like, I don't know why. But the biggest thing they say is one, availability, and then two, the baby mama thing. And then dudes don't really. Some dudes are not active parents, so they just don't want to risk that. That's just the stuff I've experienced. But you made valid points from your perspective as a woman with children dating other men with children.
Also, I got 2 jobs, yo. And I feel like people who with no kids, and listen, if you don't have no kids and you don't have no pets, you got to at least have hobbies. Because a person who ain't busy all day can't date me. And I'm not clean. I'm not a stage 1 clinger. I'm not wanting to know what you're doing and how you breathing throughout the day. I don't want to hear how your work schedule and your work is chaos every day. You know how taxing that is on my brain to hear you complain about work every day. Okay, let's complain on Monday. The rest of the week, hey, we gotta do something else. The shit is monotonous. But I'm saying here, I don't know. I don't know. I might just be single for the rest of my life, guys, because I'm problematic. But I don't want to hear all that shit all day. I really, because you got to really factor in all the things that a person with kids has to as responsibilities and you don't have. And I find that people who don't have kids don't think about it. It doesn't process to them. It doesn't even like your kid for people who have daughters going through puberty, daughters having to figure out their hygiene, how are they going to wax? How are they going to shave? What is their facial routine? Are they going to get acne? These are things that we have to think about and you don't have to. So to me, people that don't have kids don't have to think about these things, and they be like, "Oh, I went to work. I'm so tired." Tired from what? Why are you tired? You didn't do it. You just went to work the same way I went to work, and then now I got mouths to feed.
Well,
This is
I went to
this is
work at
wise,
4
guys.
a.m. I went to work at 4 a.m. Or I
And
got
you
up
got
at
off
4
at what time too?
a.m.
I mean, I can validate that. Like as someone who don't got no kids, for sure. I mean, I have my own hobbies, but yeah, I agree that I don't know everything that it takes to raise a child at all. And so, and then people with kids, they talk to you a lot about their children. Like that is one of the main things that they talk about. And as a person with zero, sometimes I'll be like, God dang, I just met you. I don't want to meet them.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
so.
big on not introducing people I date to my child, like at all.
Yeah, we gotta be official. So one thing for me,
then I'm like, at this point, I'm not introducing someone unless we're like talking engagement to go to that
right?
point. I just feel like I don't want to introduce anybody temporary, and unless you're as a boyfriend, you're still technically temporary, you know. So I think for me, I keep that separate as long as possible.
And so I agree. And you and Kenneth know. I don't know if Nick knows, and I know the crowd doesn't know. The first person that has ever met my children, I've been divorced since 2015, was my ex of last year. But he, to me, and this was one of the main reasons we broke up. He wanted to have all this quality time with my children. You schedule all these, oh, I want to play basketball with, I ain't gonna say my kids' names, you know, da da da. I want to, you know, talk to them. I'm gonna play on the PlayStation. We playing Tekken. We're gonna play, you know, they gamers, cool. But when it came time for him to introduce his kids to me, it was lackluster. And for me, the biggest thing that I've ever thought in life is one, when I got married to my ex-husband, I thanked him for being a father because I never had one. And that was the one thing that I wanted for my children. I wanted them to have a father figure. I wanted them to have a happy family, right? That was, I literally sat here and had a whole praise conversation for thanking him about it. I didn't know the rest of the step was going to happen later on, but we'll skip over that. So then me finally, and I've dated somebody on and off for like 4 or 5 years, and they never met my kids because I need my kids to have stability.
Correct.
So I've learned a valuable lesson because I thought maybe we would get somewhere. But you want to build these bonds with my kids, but you're not going to facilitate it on the other side. So now again, I don't want to introduce anybody else to my children. So he's the one person since 2015 and what we're at 2025 now, in 10 years that I've allowed my kids to meet. And then that's how it worked out. So to me, two things. Why are we asking about my kids in the first 3 months? Because you ain't gonna meet these niggas. Oh, ninjas. I supposed to say ninjas in the first year or so. You know.
No.
But two, why are you so tired, bro? You ain't got no kids. Why are you tired? For the people that have kids, I'm so tired.
And look,
it annoys me
y'all
when
know,
people that don't have kids say they tired. I'd be like, I would
exhausted. They exhausted.
Y'all have seen me say this where I say, like, if I'm getting to know somebody, I don't want to hear about your baby father. I just met you. Like, don't talk to me about
You
this
ain't
man.
gotta worry about it. I don't talk about the men at all.
But not saying, but you see me say that on Facebook. Like, I don't like.
Sorry to this man. I don't know this man.
We just got the cooking. Why are you throwing bad ingredients in the pot?
Right. And I don't think it's cool when
exactly,
you
Jay.
I don't like when people, when you're getting to know them and all they want to do is talk about all their bad experiences or all the shitty women they've encountered on the internet. I had a guy do that and the conversation ended the same day because he wanted to show me how women were dressing skimpy on the internet and he didn't like that. Why are you showing me screenshots of chicks? I don't give 2 fucks.
That's crazy.
Right. I don't give 2 fucks. And what do you expect me to do? Sit there and talk down about these women? Why the fuck would I? I don't know these women. I don't care what they do. That is their body. If you don't like it, my attitude is strictly don't date them. Don't entertain them. Don't speak to them. It is simple. But
Corey said, if I hear one baby daddy story, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
What you mean? I agree.
Fellas, we do some wild stuff.
He said first of the month he gonna go ahead and drop them all. He like, Corey ain't bringing no Pampers to the house. You ain't gonna get a bag of Pampers for him.
He with the shits at all.
And my children are actually like teenagers.
Right. I was about to say, you talking about if anybody talk about they got a child in Pampers still, just miss me.
Pampers, I can't deal with Pampers, yo. I can't.
Just go on about your merry way. My child.
I love kids. I do love kids. I'm not gonna have any more children, so
your baby. I'm
I
sorry.
would love if
Did
I
you
would
use
date somebody
Pampers
with a
though, or
baby.
did you use the natural cloth? You know.
Who? We use diapers. Ain't nobody use no damn natural cloth. I use the Target
So,
up and up brand after a certain point in time.
I
Okay.
do identify as a chocolate drop, and I know y'all be disrespecting my skin tone, but Kenneth, that's a conversation for a different crowd. That ain't here. That ain't what we do.
That's where I'm at, Corey. Listen, I'm counting down the days. I have a countdown
Exactly,
going
Corey.
for when my son graduates high school because
He
I will,
definitely does.
okay.
Got
I'm
a timer.
Hey,
I'm like the
this
day
may be
after.
controversial, but when I say when women are empty nesters, they don't have any kids no more. I be like, hey, you back to single, no kids.
And is, but see,
Man, I got some time. Let me think about this.
I always
I
gotta
got
put a
5 more
disclaimer
years.
on my thing where it says, and don't want no more. Like there is no. This is not a shop open for anything to happen here. Shop closed. So you better come with your own or don't want any.
Yeah, and I'm hating on you.
Yeah, man.
I got 5 more years, and then I'm gonna be like, let's go. But I got 5 more years.
Yes.
Corey said his life peaceful.
I mean,
Corey,
I
you don't got no
my
kids.
life is peaceful.
Nah, Corey doesn't have any kids.
How old is Corey? Corey with no kids. How old are you?
I don't know the exact age.
Oh, I don't know.
I seen y'all in the put. This is Corey from Putt Putt Golf, Kenneth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who won at Putt Putt Golf that day? Because I did watch it.
He won.
Oh, he spanked you out. 35, no kids. Oh, you got time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
when
time.
do you want kids, Corey? So you gonna be out here with a wheelchair and a walker if you have kids now. But go off.
No. Yeah, I am excited that I had my kid early because at 36 I'll be done.
Oh, they said Corey didn't win. Anthony won. So Miss Tiff, I watched the video. Who were you in the video? Were you in the white? You were the one in the
Yeah,
white.
she was in the white.
Oh, wait a minute, Miss Tiff.
Do I need to watch this video?
I do because I don't know.
Yeah. You do need to watch the video.
Outfit, boo. Your outfit was everything. Yes. So I didn't know that was you because I told Kenneth, I said whoever that was in the white was doing it. I love it there.
Sure.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I said whoever was in the white was doing it. I liked her outfit. I liked the vibe. I liked it all. But yeah, you was looking real cute that night, Miss Tiff. I didn't know that was you.
Corey, put the link to your video in the chat so they could come back to see it.
Tiff got that peach. Hey, no lies detected. No lies detected.
Tiff tall too. Tiff got to be like 5'8".
Okay.
Tiff, how tall are you, Tiff? I'm 5'10". I was like, ooh. Just know that I'm really, I ain't like that for real, but
yes,
I was. No, I'm not. Don't even do that.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
I'm not. Y'all are some liars because y'all already know.
You gotta do like this with Drea. You gotta do like this. You gotta do that. Just take one more sip.
I seen what you talking about, Drea. I seen what
Wait,
you talking
where did he go to watch
what I was talking about? Thank you, Nick. Miss Tiff had I think she had a hat on, some fur. She had some white shit on, and then she had the tight ass pants on, and the thing that that peach was peaching. I appreciated the show. I liked it.
I'm
just saying for myself.
5'6" and wear 3 to 4 inch stilettos.
I mean, that makes us
God
saying,
be out here making beautiful creatures. You know what I'm
Miss
saying?
Tiff was doing the Lord's work at Putt Putt Golf at the what they call it, the swingers event.
Yeah.
Miss Tiff was doing the Lord's work at the swingers event. Thank you, Miss Tiff. We appreciate you. Sorry, that was a sidebar. Where were we?
Miss Tiff has her own YouTube channel as well.
I'm gonna have okay, Miss Tiff.
Miss Tiff
Okay,
does,
okay. Now y'all talking about okay, Miss Tiff. So when I said it, I'm gay, but Yen said it's cool. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Yes, it is a
Well,
problem.
I ain't even hear Yen say it. Yen, why you being thirsty?
You be like 60%.
I'm just saying, for me, I'm no hater. I literally, they already know I'm not below the belly button, you know, but anything else.
Okay.
But I see you in that video because I was watching it. Kenna put the link in. And I was like, oh, I actually told him, I said, whoever that is in the white. Okay now. So I'm just saying, Miss Tiff, you was doing it that night. I ain't gonna even hold you. Hold on, view count finna go up. I'm here to serve. Let's see what she said. Nobody was looking at them boots. I'm sure they was cute though. I was looking at them jeans. And them jeans. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was just going to.
I did see it. I saw another
Miss
booty because
Tiff.
even I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna be wrong for saying this, but even Becky with the good hair, she has some cake back there too.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it again. I just saw Miss Tiff as a standout performer. That's all I saw. I'm gonna go back and look at it
Look
again.
good when I
But
come
y'all,
to. I want to go there.
but Miss, you told us to follow Miss Tiff. Put your profile
I
in
put
the
her
comment.
YouTube channel on
Shoot,
the
I need to
chat.
come to the next mini golf too.
Okay.
Hey, listen, why didn't y'all come out? I was just up there for New Year's. Why y'all didn't come out? Like, why we didn't go out and hang out with these people, Kenna?
I didn't know them at that time.
Okay, we'll let you slide.
I'm joking.
And me and Yen and Nicholas were all there for New Year's. All three of us.
Yeah.
And he did not introduce us to you guys.
I will actually be out there in a couple weeks, so I'll let y'all know.
For what?
For
what?
Coming out?
How you gonna let them know without me?
Because it actually has nothing to do with y'all.
Hey,
Everything
she
has something
said,
to do with me.
"Mine
That's
our
crazy work.
motherfucking business."
It ain't what she said to me because everything got to do with me. What we saying?
I'll tell you later, Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be out there in a couple weeks.
Because it sounds like we might have a problem if I don't understand.
No. But I'll come and check y'all while I'm out there, of course. Why not?
Yeah, you gotta say hi to me.
I will.
So
Well, I'm still getting a shout out to Corey for being a real MVP for calling Kenneth on his shit.
Thank you.
And fake breaking that shit, talking about it to 2,400 people. I couldn't get one number, but I brought sand to the beach face ass. Thank you, Corey. And I liked your putt golf video.
yeah, he does really great videos. The editing is superb.
Okay,
he does great exposures too. It's superb.
Exposures.
Yes. Thank you, Corey.
He the private eye. He gonna get down to the root cause. He gonna ask the questions.
Exactly. On the next episode
he got
of
a lot of videos. He got a whole bunch
Oh,
of stuff.
he definitely could do cheaters.
Yeah.
He got the equipment to be Joey Greco out here.
Exactly.
Peter Guns.
I gotta go. My phone about to die.
All right.
Thank you for coming in, Nick.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, I got on my laptop. Thank you, Nick. I got on my laptop because my phone was like on 2%.
Okay. It was when I started. But it is 10 o'clock. I was not expecting to be on this late.
Oh yeah. We are well past our time.
But
I want to
it's
thank
good.
Love of Utopias. You can follow her on Instagram. And you don't want to follow on Instagram?
Follow me. I thought you was gonna say on YouTube, and I was like, I don't think I got a YouTube for it yet.
No, but Lovers of Utopias, you got Legacy Asha here. Follow her on IG and follow me as well, Mr. Kenneth Powell. We want to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate you all, and have a great night.
See y'all Sunday.
See you Sunday. We're gonna be live.
Maybe see y'all Sunday.
So
Bye.
Later.
Bye.